Good morning. I'd like to thank everybody for joining me on today's call. Today, I want to talk about an important topic, helping business owners with their transition planning. I think this is an important topic because if you think about transition planning, this helps protect the business, protect the employees of the business, and of course, helps the owners protect the value as they transition the business in their estate planning as well. Failure to plan is going to ultimately cost a significant potential value in the business planning, and also could lead to potential litigation as the business transitions at the death of an owner or the retirement of a partner. So this is a very important area that we need to be working with our business owner clients and helping them understand, what they can do for them and their families. The problem, I think, comes from us as advisors. I think we tend to ask the wrong question. Most of the time we ask our business owner clients, when are they going to retire? And if you think about, for most business owners, they don't have an answer. They don't know, they don't have to retire. It's not like they hit a magical age and the business is going to transition. So it's one where we need to take a little bit more time and help them plan for this future event. A better question may be, how can we help protect your business and your family goals? How can we make sure that what you want to have happen now and into the future does happen? If you look at business planning and the transition, it's really where everything intersects. It's not just business planning, it's not just estate planning, but it really encompasses all of this. And so as we start to work with our business owner clients, this is a good way for us to transition into their estate plan. Or if we're helping estate planning clients that own businesses, this is a great way for us to move into that business. But if you think about it, we're protecting the value of the business in their estate plan. And we're protecting the business for the other partners, the employees, making sure that their business is going to be an ongoing concern. Failure to do that is going to cost them both in their business plan and in their estate planning. If you look at what we're trying to accomplish, of course, we're coming in and looking, what are the family goals? If we have a closely held business, we're going to be asking our clients, what goals do they have for the business that fit into the family part of the conversation? And of course, we have to have the conversation with our business owners. What are the goals for the business? Is it growing? Is it one we just need to maintain the value? Are there opportunities to expand? All of these goals need to come together, and they come together in a cohesive plan as long as we're asking the right questions. Now, if you start thinking about the business transition, I think one of the hardest parts of the business transition can be, are we going to keep the business in the family? If we're going to keep it in the family, how are we going to transition that business? Are we going to gift it, or are we going to sell it? And this answer, as we ask our clients these questions, they may not understand or may not know at this point what they want to do. If you think about this, if their business is tied to their retirement, if it's a big part of their retirement, maybe they do need cash from the business, whether they stay in as a part owner, an absentee owner, or they're going to sell that business to the kids. And when they sell that to the kids, they're going to be taking that, installment note back, and that will be their retirement income. If they're going to gift the property or gift the business to the kids, then it becomes one of, do they want to gift it now? Do they want to gift it over time? And this brings in the other part of it. You start thinking about, what about the non-business family members? And it's rare that we have all the business owners, kids as business owners or part of the business. A lot of the times I'll see if there's 4 kids, one or two of the kids may be in the business, and the rest have moved on to other professions. I see this a lot in farm operation. One of the kids stays on the farm, the other kids go off and get other jobs. So if you think about this, especially if we're gifting the business to the child or children that stayed in the business, what are we going to do about the other kids? Do we want to equalize the inheritance? Do we want to, give extra value to the kids that have stayed and grown the business? All of these are questions that every client has to answer for themselves. We don't, I've seen it where they've said we want to make sure it's equal to everybody. So a good solution may be gift the business to the kids that are in the business. And then this is an opportunity for us to purchase life insurance to equalize the inheritance to the non-business owner kids. Whatever it is, we just need to make sure we understand what mom and dad are looking for here and make sure it fits both from the business planning side and now especially from the estate planning side, so that the goals for mom and dad are always met. The next part is, what if we're going to sell the business? If we're going to sell the business, the big question comes down to, who are we selling it to? Well, if we're selling it outright to a third party, that's no different than any typical third-party sale. We're going to have competing interest. We're going to have true discussions about the fair market value of the business and really what a third party is willing to pay for your business. And so it can get a little bit more adversarial, but it is one where this happens all the time, and really the parties get to decide what's important to them. And if the value of the business is, and the purchase price is everything what the owner wants, they sell the business. If you think about the other ones, if we're selling this business to a business partner, or maybe to selling it to the employees, now the conversation starts to come down to, how do we do this? If it's a business partner or maybe the employees, this is where we start looking at having a buy-sell agreement in place. Let's get that backstop in place today so that we're not arguing about it in the future. Anytime that I'm discussing buy-sell agreements, what I tend to find is everybody is really, willing to cooperate, because they don't know if they're going to be the buyer or if they're going to be the seller, if they're business partners already. We always, tend to say the older partner is the one that, passes or leaves first, but that's not always the case. So we tend to have good agreements, but there again, it's a backstop. Doesn't mean we can't change the terms down the road if it makes more sense to the partners at the time there is a buyout. As we're looking for who that buying party is going to be, a lot of times it is going to be the key employees. They want to step up and own part of the business. They want to take a bigger, part of the growth of the business. So as we look at that, it always brings in, different, parameters. A lot of times with the employees, we might be carrying a note, but all of these are good opportunities for us to spot what the potential buyers could be and help our business owner clients understand that. If you think about this, as we start into this conversation, it's really making sure we're asking the right question. And I think the right question has to be, what happens to you and your business if you don't plan? Think about that. We're not asking our business owner client to tell us when they're going to retire. We're just asking them what the downside is if they don't plan. And a lot of businesses, if they don't plan, they're going to lose the value to the estate. They're going to lose the value of the business for their family, which is going to hurt them in their retirement and their inheritance. And if we don't plan, then we may be in a fire sale situation, which affects our other partners. It could hurt our employees and really, hurts the business that our clients have worked so hard to grow. So I think this is a great conversation to have with our clients. I think for a lot of advisors, this is a great area for them to plan. I appreciate everybody getting on. If you have questions, feel free to reach out to me and I'd be happy to talk it through. Again, we'll talk again next week. Thank you.